Have you ever encountered, like, when you bump into someone and you ask them how are they, and you get answers like, I'm fine, surviving, mustn't grumble. It's like you immediately feel like, wow, that's really negative. Like, I usually believe that people who give answers like that are not really happy. So even if I wasn't happy, it does make a difference. Like, I always say, take tiny steps into making, or baby steps into making everything a little bit more positive. So I would probably be like, if you ask me how am I, I'm gonna be like, I'm great, never been better. And you can see that from the tone of my voice. Even if I wasn't like that happy, I would actually feel a bit more cheery. And when you hear it, you actually sense the cheeriness, so you can feel that it's a more positive thing. And I feel that that's the problem. Like, happy people, they don't really grumble as much, but when someone is not as happy and tend to be very negative, and the problem with negativity is that the more, you know, negative you are, it like piles like on top of each other, and it becomes like you're so deep into this negativity that you cannot get out of it. And that applies to every single thing that you do in your life. So it can start from the way you respond or react to something, as simple as how are you or how are you doing. And I noticed that people like that tend to grumble about every single thing under the sun, and it could literally be like, the weather was so I couldn't do anything, or it would be like, oh, I want to get this thing but I didn't get it in the end because I spent so much time queuing. And it could also be like the traffic was, you know, I was stuck in it for so long, and you're like, okay, chill. And if I wanted to like be more positive in this aspect, it will probably be like, if I really wanted to get something and I had to queue for it, then I'll just queue for it. But I mean, I could be doing other things while I'm queuing. Like, I could read a book, I could play a game, I could be chatting with someone on the phone, or queuing with a friend so that I'm not alone. And if I was stuck in traffic, like, I know I'm going to be stuck in traffic. I mean, what are the chances? We don't know when we're driving that we could be stuck in traffic, right? Like, you could be doing a lot of things. Same thing, you could be singing to some, you know, your favorite song. You could be, you know, looking at something because you're in a jam, you're not moving, right? Or if the weather is hot, then maybe you choose to do something else, or you could have an alternative route. Or like, what I do is I carry a personal fan. And I feel that because happy people actually make choices to do things and not decide to do things. And when you're a little bit more on a negative side, it's more like a deciding. What I mean by that is, like, when you decide to do something, it's like, so I gotta do this thing. As opposed to choosing to do something, you'd be like, maybe I should do this thing. So you see, there is a difference, and I always believe that you need to take baby steps into changing the way you do things, the way you see things, and yeah, it will really make a big difference. That's all I'm saying.